Hello everybody and welcome back to Factorio. We're still in the Factorio Spaceage series, still on Fulgora. We are on episode 39 now, but we are on a new, improved, and much bigger island than we were several episodes ago. We just got to this new island last episode, and so we're basically in the starting from scratch stages on the new island. It is a lot bigger than the island we left, and I'm basically at the point where I'm trying to rebuild my scrap or recycling setup. So last time we were just getting into the stages of figuring out how we're going to be divvying up the inserters of the scrap products into the cargo wagon here, so I do have a plan for that. I do want to put in a filter for all of the potential products, so at the very least, even if there is cloggage, there's always one stack worth of materials that can fit into the cargo wagon. And then we will have bots, specifically logistic bots, basically pull from the active provider boxes into potentially these requester chests or different chests around the base, maybe in a mall area or something like that. But at the very least have some sort of main bus system that will feed from south to north, and then from there feed into different factories as needed throughout the base. So a lot to get done today. First thing I want to do is start building up my resources because I am very poor, and I'm realizing we are going to be running out of power again very soon. So we'll have to really prioritize getting more accumulators built. So that means hooking things back up. So we're going to hook this line in there, that line in there, and start getting some resources coming in my way. One thing I also want to do is finish demolishing this portion of the track. I did build in another train station, basically drop-off area over here to the right, kind of in this peninsula, like I said I was going to do. Let's make sure it actually can get to where it needs to go, which it looks like it can. So that's good. So because I want to avoid all of these materials that are coming in being recycled down into nothing, let's go ahead and start flipping the inserters back around to the cargo wagon. But I do want to avoid some materials getting into the inserters. So let's do a blacklist on that. So at the very least, I want to avoid iron ore going in, and I want to avoid copper cable going in. The reason for that is because I want copper cable to for sure get recycled back into its subcomponent of copper plate. So let's do that, but also copy it to all of the inserters with the addition of, I think, every other inserter. I want to also filter out iron gear wheels, and that way maybe like half of them can go back into the recycling and go into iron plate, and the other half can just carry on and feed into different boxes throughout the base that needs it. So let's start with that. Let's put in the filters for everything. And just give everything one stack worth of supplies. Okay, there's everything with at least one filter's worth in the cargo wagon. Let's copy that now, and then we will put in one more cargo wagon. Oh, but that one is trying to connect. Let's delete that. Now let's reconnect that there. And perfect. So let's put in power next. Let's do a substation, probably just right smack in the middle there. Let's move that up just a tile. Okay, and then that's connected up to power now. Do I have enough where I can make some active provider boxes? Not really. So I will just ghost those in for now. And then we'll copy in the inserters to go 6 on the other side too. And let's also not forget to put in the filters. There we go. So in theory, the plan is that we will have roboports probably in between the active provider boxes and then like rows and rows of requester boxes. So the roboports should go like, let's do like 6 in total. So like that, copy that, and there's 6 total. And that way there's a little bit of walking room, and they don't have to travel too far between the roboports for charging as well as the active provider boxes. So you might be wondering why I don't have iron ore going in here, and that's because I want the iron ore to get smelted back into iron plate. So I know there is a small chance iron ore does get basically resulted from the scrap. So let's put in a furnace. We can just put it right off of the belt line here. And then we'll do an active provider box as soon as I can afford it. Let's see, do I have any materials in here now to borrow? Let's just grab everything. Okay, so now I can make one single active provider box, and it stole from there. Nope. Okay. We are going to delete all that. Steal the active provider box. There we go. Let's put in a filter. This is going to be iron ore. And then we can do the same thing over on the other side. Whoops. Let's do H to just reverse it or mirror it like that, and that will be perfect. All right, now we can put those active provider boxes back in. So since this system is going to be reliant on bots, we'll definitely have to prioritize getting more bots built. And that will probably be a ways away, but I have 16 bots I can put in the system at the moment. They will be basically confined to this network here. I do have a couple construction bots. I have 32 on me. I'm going to put half in there as well. And then the other half I'll keep on me just for doing pocket building and construction stuff. So how many more accumulators do I have? I only have 26 more. I feel like that should be one of the first things we also make because, again, we're going to be needing tons of power to support this type of thing. And we're going to need more resources coming in so we can build more stuff. So we definitely need to get this coming in. So let's do an assembler. We'll just do basically a requester system for now. We'll have it be nearby the other boxes so that, again, the bots don't have to travel too far. And then let's do a passive provider box this time. And accumulators are needed for, yes, for the electromagnetic science packs. So I don't know that I want to like really limit these too much. So we'll do a full row for the basically stack amount of the accumulator buildup. Let's put in the recipe, which is that there. Let's do batteries that we'll request. Let's do like 50 and then 100 iron. And that way the bots don't have to travel as frequently to deliver the supplies in there. So we probably won't see this up and running much until we improve the scrap mining, which looks like we need to do by giving it more power. Let's put in the power pole right there. So that will now connect up there. And then I have a bunch of scrap on me, so let's just put in a little box here at the end. Like this, and then we'll get rid of all of the scrap. There we go. Ooh, but I need some lightning protection coverage. I've got that. Can I move this? Can I move it? Can I move you? No, I can't. Okay, but what I can do is copy that. So let's copy this right here out of the way of other scrap. Because I imagine I'll put in more miners there eventually too. Okay, I'm going to give up moving that guy. If this gets struck by lightning, so be it. We can always come back to it, add in more accumulators and stuff later. Okay, so now that we have more scrap coming in on the belt, how is this guy doing? Looks like it's working, actually. Great. We already have some accumulators getting built, which is good. I think what I want to do right off the bat is improve my power. Let's just copy this. Let's get rid of that little thing first. So we'll copy this thing and just tile it right there. And then we'll have at least double the potential. Ooh, cool. We're only missing a couple of accumulators now. So we'll let that do its thing. And then let's start planning where we're going to be putting those requester boxes for the belt lines and stuff like that. So I want to plan on having my requester boxes also nearby the roboports just so the bots, again, don't have to travel as far. But let me try to leave enough room so that I can walk and plan on the other boxes that will kind of need to be nearly stacked on top of each other for this to work. So how this works is we're going to have basically bots deliver the materials into these requested boxes. Let's start with this one just being a full line of iron plate. And we'll request just 100 at a time, like that. Let's expand protection just a touch. Let's put that here and there for now. And I wish this would go further. That really just doesn't cover very far. That is something that I can research, I think, but I just don't have any electromagnetic science packs yet, so that's something later down the line. So in theory, once we get power, which maybe we can do by another substation there we go, we will eventually get bots delivering the materials into those boxes. So the other things is now that we can kind of put belts next to each other, we'll do something like that. That means we can have another box there, and we'll kind of just layer it just like this. So next to the iron plate line, let's do a line of gear wheels. So let's do gear wheels here. We'll do 100 there. Not sure if I want a full line of gear wheels or just half a belt. So let's stop there for now. Then we'll want to do probably copper plate next. So let's copy this system like that. We'll make this an underground belt immediately, but change the recipe so this will be a full line of copper plate coming into those requester boxes just like that. So hopefully you can see my theory. We'll have the products going into these lines that will feed into a main bus. I just wish I had more materials coming in so that we could afford more accumulators, so that we could afford more power protection and that type of thing. And then let's leave maybe one more line for green circuits to come in. And I'm clearly going to have to move this like at least a couple tiles up. Okay, so in fact that goes over one. That goes there. Let's do underground belt there. And then this one will be, let's do a full line of green circuits here. So we'll copy that there like that. Put in the correct filters now, like that. And then I really just don't have enough iron plate coming in, it looks like. Do I have a ton of iron gear wheels? I do. So maybe maybe it would be better for now to filter out iron gear wheels fully like this to all of the inserters. So that way iron gear wheels are forced to turn back into iron plate. And maybe that will improve the odds of more iron plate coming in here. Because, yeah, being without power and being within the lightning danger zone is not something I want to do for too long. But let's leave a couple tiles worth of space. Let's do, do I want to be liberal and give myself 4? That's unlike me. As you guys know, I always think I'm giving myself tons of room and then I don't. So what should we have over here? Maybe we can do plastic and low density structures on the same line. That seems to make sense for me. We'll do plastic here, low density structures here. Let's do 100 though. Like that. Very good. And I can make a couple of the lightning rods in my pocket, which I will do. In fact, maybe I need to be just putting this more in the middle. let's do that. Let's put one smack in the middle. We'll steal this accumulator to go right there. Okay. All right, that will help me at least not get zapped right here and protect my stuff. Okay, so we've got that going there. Next line to that, let's do, how about the rest of the circuits? Let's do red and blue. So let's do red this side, blue this side. Next to this, we'll do maybe batteries. That would make sense to me. And then next to that, let's do, whoops, maybe stone ore and stone brick. And then will that be all the materials we need? I forgot I need my other box to go there. I'm not sure if I want batteries joined up with anything else at the moment, so I'm going to leave that one blank. But batteries will come in through here like that. This will be stone ore and stone brick. This one can be the stone ore section. Let's do 100. This can be the stone ore. I'm wondering if I'm going to need concrete on a belt line. That I don't know. And then, of course, we need solid fuel somewhere. Because solid fuel, I imagine, we can just have go into a rocket fuel build at some point, which I'm assuming we need for launching a rocket and getting me back to the space platform. So let's do a couple more, like, gap. So let's do that much of a gap, like that. Because I am trying to be smart and give myself plenty of room now. So let's do solid fuel here. And you can clearly see I'm running very, very low on my resources. I wish I had enough iron plate, although I can build a couple things in my pocket. The bots are at least giving me some stuff. And accumulators are getting built, technically. It's just quite slow. I may want to duplicate this. In fact, may want to make a whole accumulator build. But for now, let's give power over here. Definitely will need to build inserters very soon. So this is going to be solid fuel. We'll do 100. I think it's worth to have a full line. So we'll do that. Solid fuel next to that, I think we'll do maybe the holmium stuff. The holmium, we'll probably want holmium plate on here because I think, doesn't that go into the, well, I guess technically not. What does holmium plate go into? Oh, okay. So it does go into superconductors and supercapacitors, but superconductors go into supercapacitors, which go into the electromagnetic science plant. So yeah, I probably do want that on here. So let's do the holmium plate here. Of course, that is not actually coming through as a product in the cargo wagons, but that's something that we'll have once we get the solution and build later. Do I want a full belt worth? That I'm not sure about. I don't know. But now I'm trying to think like end game products. So funny enough, accumulators are needed for the electromagnetic science pack. So might as well have its own line for that too. So we'll do that there. I guess we'll just do a request of the accumulators to go there too. But I think it is probably worth it to do more than just one assembly worth of the accumulator building. So now that we have kind of the blueprint or layout of these boxes, apart from, let's put in the filter for this, which is accumulators. Let's just do, we'll ask for, yeah, 50 I think is good. I don't know that we need to do a full belt worth, just maybe half for now. I think I want to center this since I do like it centered. So I'm going to move all this stuff now. And we'll do maybe like that. That looks good to me. And then I can start figuring out how we're going to be divvying up the materials. Let's see. So we'll probably want to do a bigger accumulator build, but I think we are going to save that for next time since we are going long enough on this episode. Let me know what you guys think about this plan and how I'm divvying up my materials. I would love to hear your feedback, and I'll see you very soon for episode 40.